Greetings everyone, my name is Buck Business, and welcome to my review of Samurai Jack Season 5, Episode 8, XCIX. So we begin this episode seeing the strange box-like ship hitting into the planet. We then see Ashy and Jack in this general store trying out different various foods, and Jack tries one of the foods, and when he does, his head appears to change, and Ashy just wants nothing to do with that at the time, of course, and later on his head returns back to normal. Then they end up in this area where they see these green cat-like creatures, and they're slowly bumping into them, making Ashy and Jack become super close to each other. They are holding the bars, and Jack is getting uncomfortable because they keep touching each other, and there's this whole thing with them, their eyes are shifting, and it's just getting awkward, with them noticing that they have been holding hands whenever they touch the bar. And Jack starts to notice that some of the cat-like creatures have letters. He's able to discern that these cats are here to fight. So they fight off the green cats, and they start using team attacks, and once again Jack is noticing these awkward moments when they are holding hands, and Ashy is also noticing this as well. But they do manage to escape and start to walk through the desert. Jack is slowly observing Ashy as she's taking in some water. They make some matching hats, and a sandstorm eventually comes their way, and they unfortunately lose their hats pretty quickly, so a little bit of a pointless point in this episode, but they do find the black box, and it appears to be a ship as they move inside. So as she uses her nimble ability to move before Jack can even warn her to be careful. But this blue leech-like creature attacks Ashy, and before it can spread, Jack decides to suck out whatever this green-like liquid is. So Ashy and Jack end up running into this dead end, and they're trying to get out, and they climb this ladder, and they know that something is now giving chase toward them. They reach this orange lighted area with various bridges, and they keep trying to run. And they end up in this pod-like room, and they see this blue creature that is made up of various leeches. So it is more or less more of those leech creatures combining into one like big creature. And they start to battle through. And Jack decides to make steam so that they can escape. So they move toward this door, which they notice which Ashy notices is glowing red, so they head toward that door, and Jack goes in and ends up seeing this weapon that could end up destroying the creature, but he doesn't quite understand how to use it quite yet. Meanwhile, Ashy makes a custom double-sided spear-like weapon as well as a shield. So at some point, he passes the device to her, and she also cannot figure it out as the creature is attacking them. Ashy's clothes is at one point ripped off by the creature's acid-like nature. I assume it's some sort of acid-like substance, and Jack starts freaking out because she does not have any clothes. Meanwhile, she doesn't really understand what the big deal is about that. So the creature now makes various other creatures, so the leeches are now making various bigger creatures. And Ashley now is attempting to cover Jack while he's trying to get this device to work again, and he manages to get it right this time. The bugs get zapped and they start to explode, and after they just sort of look at each other for a while, I assume, they both Jack and Ashley decide to share an emotional kiss. And that is exactly how the episode ends, with them sharing this kiss. Now, I don't know how I even feel about this relationship that has developed. I mean, it sort of seemed like there was this basic just, I trust you because you showed me the way, sort of mentor vibe going on earlier. But in this episode, it primarily focuses on this sort of these awkward moments between Jack and Ashi, and it ends up with them just sort of, getting together. Now, if this was Kawhi Critic, he would definitely most likely be 100% behind this, as he tends to be more on if it's a relationship that works, then it works. But I don't know. Uh, it it just feels a little bit odd, I guess. And yeah, I don't know how I feel about this one. It feels very sudden. I mean, it happens within an episode, so that is a given, I suppose. But I think I would have liked this more if it was just sort of like a mentor type relationship instead of a actual emotional relationship. Them getting together like that with a kiss. Um, so I don't know. We'll see if they advance this relationship any further uh, now that they have done this. But I don't know. I think they could have done without it, but again, I suppose this is their choice to make it that way. So, that is my review of this episode, and if you enjoyed it, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, farewell, everyone.